We've kind of got our wall in our way. How do I get up? Oh, okay, there's like there's a crevice to look for, a drainage. Or when we were working with topography maps, we'd call it a V. Because it's a place where all of the elevation dips inward.
Ugh, cold.
Yeah.
Now I've got half the party in warm clothes and half the party in cold clothes, just to really throw them for a loop when they're trying to figure out how to respond to the temperature of the area. Is this guy supposed to stop me from going in there?
Thanks, buddy.
Right now they don't seem to have noticed me. And I'm not super clear on whether or not that these guys are generally supposed to fight us or not. Because one kind of ignored us, and one definitely attacked us on sight.
Is forged, but the revelation awaits. Make now for the storm sender and let judgment be passed.
Noct! You okay?
Yeah. Another reminder to receive the blessing.
That divine power's just waiting for you.
Thy revelation is the power of the six manifest. The stone commands that the king receive it. O king, journey to Fosha, the eastern hollow. The seal has been lifted. Deep within the heart of rock lies the runestone, the portal to power. No other can be allowed to find it.
The last one's in the cave.
Let's hurry up and get this over with.
Finally, time to meet with the storm sender.
You'd better look your best.
Now the storm sender sounds like it's going to be a summon. In fact, I think I recognize those the stones we just encountered. They actually seem reminiscent of what I encountered previously. Oh, they look. Yep, they're mad at us. Thought they might have been neutral. I think in the Sky demo, I think those stones actually might have had something to do with getting a summon. But it's hard to tell if any of that's reliable information because the demo also had me doing like several different things in the pursuit of taking down Deadeye, and then we fought Deadeye in this game, and Deadeye just went down in one fight, and there was no grand context or quest chain to deal with.
Thanks for the ride.
So they could have just been could have just been using various assets in different ways, and I could be misremembering it. So who knows? Ah, there's always more. Must pick up all things I find.
Nice ride.
Oh.
Knocked.
No! Get back, just get back on it. Okay, cool, I'm out of the circle. No.
Another one to wrap up quick.
It's a good chance to earn some experience points.
Is this a game to you?
Sort of. Just trying to level up here, dude.
So Prompto is the fourth wall breaker, apparently. Talking about getting experience points to level up in the but in universe, so it gets really weird. Goodbye, Horned Toad. Not up for dealing with your crap right now.
Sure want to talk.
There's road access. Gotta clear it after all. It's just straight ahead. Alright, we should be able to go straight across the center then to save on time. I miss my I almost said horse, wow. I'm apparently in a Witcher 3 headspace. No, I miss my car. So much fast travel and not being wet in the rain because of a convenient hood that shows up when needed.
How come that lady's helping you out anyway?
Gentiana?
Yeah, is she like your fairy godmother or something?
I think she's more a messenger of the gods.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's probably the correct response to that information. It's kind of a big deal. He just casually interacts with ridiculous cosmic beings that are in touch with the fabric of all of existence, more or less. Or something like that. No, I want the item. Alright, Gigantoad, you die. I haven't fought for a while. I'm trying to pick up that item that probably doesn't matter over there. Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Oh, wow.
Nothing to it.
Can confirm. Did hurt. So apparently I've hit the point now where one blindside strike can take out something worth 300 experience. That feels good. Blue Chocobro, come on. You're so far away. I know you wander off during fights and stuff, but I need you before that happens. Wait, where'd he go? Whoa, he vanished. You're like Elizabeth from BioShock also. For those that never played BioShock Infinite, there's another item there. I need to move forward. I can't stop for all of them. In BioShock Infinite, there was a character named Elizabeth that was a party member. Well,
Thanks for the ride.
the word party doesn't really fit, but she was a companion character that follows you around the entire game, and she kind of didn't exist in the game in a weird way.
Let's go.
Enemies wouldn't attack her and so on and so forth, which is common for companions in games where they don't want the companion to be a hassle. But she also wasn't physically in existence, basically. She would just phase in and out of existence whenever the game was convenient, so basically whenever she wasn't
Better keep up.
whenever she wasn't on camera, it was like she wasn't real, because she would just, every time you turned around, she would just be in a different position that wasn't physically possible. Like, she couldn't have gotten there in the time that you looked away and stuff like that. Like, she would, like, just barely go off camera, and then suddenly she'd be throwing you ammo from across the room in a completely different location. And it's much like what you're seeing here. Like, if you pay any attention to the three companions or the chocobos, like, whenever it's convenient, they just sort of teleport all the time. But they're sneaky about it by having it happen off camera constantly. The same trick also happens in Guitar Hero and Rock Band, where I think the early Guitar Hero games didn't really use it at first, but I definitely like Rock Band as a series always did, where every time the camera angle, it's hard to tell, but every time the camera angle changes in that game, the characters are actually teleporting and they're usually changing animations instantaneously and moving around the stage, and like the teleporting is actually really constant, but they hide it with camera cuts, so you can't really tell when it's happening. So it's a surprisingly common trick to have characters just
Easy now.
sort of magically move around because they're not real, and they just try to hide it behind them being off camera or camera angle changes so that you don't notice it, because they don't want to screw the suspension of disbelief too much, but they also want to have the characters do whatever they want them to do at the moment. Almost there. It's a ramp.
That one was pretty close.
Which means we must be as well.
Well, I guess they don't want me on those anymore. Look at these giant blocks.
Look, over there. I bet that's the spot lightning struck.
And we're supposed to go inside?
Now, if any other geologic formations were realistic, this one's not. You don't really get natural, perfect shapes like this. These would have to be basically man-made. Oh, there's a treasure over here. They're too sharply cut. Crystals have cleavage planes that lead to them being in all these surprising shapes and stuff like that, but these aren't crystals. These are this is just a rock. This is not a mineral, it's a rock. Sorry, Marie, you were right.
So is Gentiana, human?
Not quite. Well, not exactly gods. Messengers are divine entities.
Just like the Oracle speaks to the gods for the people, the messengers speak to the people for the gods.
So she's Lady Lunafreya's partner in divine.
So you could most likely assume this is all man-made ruins of some kind. Definitely been here for a while, because they're susceptible to erosion. All their edges are rounding off, and there's like, here you can see the speckled, the dimpled surface from the water erosion. Where's the erosion come from? Well, you're actually watching it right now. This rainfall, over hundreds or thousands or who knows how many years, is eating away at the surface of the rock and causing these sort of surfaces, and the edges become rounded a little bit from time to time and irregular, and the surface becomes pockmarked and everything, and dimpled. And that's true for all of them. But if it was a natural formation, it would never be it would never have this kind of ridiculous, this rectangular prism shape. Like, this wouldn't happen. They would just be lumps, more or less. So it was man-made at first, or God-made, or something. Or it's bullshit fantasy
Here
stuff.
we are. Fosha Hollow.
No telling what waits inside.
Stay sharp.
Always.
I feel somewhat safe, assuming it's meant to be unnatural, just because the game's they've had good details with geological stuff before, so that makes me think that this stuff's supposed to be interpreted as being artificial.
I've got a bad feeling about this place.
As if danger lurks round every corner.
Avoid all corners. Got it.
This place almost seems familiar. Seems kind of like the first one we went down.
Doc, check this out.
Wait. Oh, I think this is the cave from episode to Sky. Yeah. Okay. This might be familiar territory for me then, and anyone who played episode to Sky or watched my brief and suboptimal playthrough of
I
it.
should be able to slip through.
Let's see.
Tight squeeze.
Maybe for you. Pretty easy for me, though.
Interesting how all of the side quests are super grounded and folksy and feel like they're part of an existing world, and
Maybe not.
you can almost buy their existence to an extent, except for the magical monsters parts. But then all of the main quest is like super fantastical and alien compared to the rest of it.
Keep quiet.
Who? What? Where?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
Hi. Die. 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 There's almost a jump scare moment, but they're weak imps, so not that scary. Oh, there's one. Gotcha.
And on we go.
Indeed.
Right.
Thank you. Fossil wood. Not to be confused with balsal wood. That was a bad joke. Slide? Nope.
I guess we could crawl through.
Don't lose your head.
God damn it, they cannot let off of the puns and, like, weird, cheesy wordplay. I was expecting him to do a ridiculous rocket-propelled power slide, though, like he has in the past.
I've come up with a new recipe.
Another curry.
Can't wait to try it.
That was a weird quirk. Oh,
I need now.
so the camera cut to Ignis, but the audio didn't cut to Ignis. Basically, the audio that was coming out of him was coming out of my right ear to imply that it was off to my side, because it was off to my side. He was standing off to my character's side, but the camera was focusing on him. And normally in a video game, when a camera focuses on somebody, it just becomes normal audio and not weird side audio, because it's coming from directly in front of us, according to the camera's perspective. But weirdly, the camera perspective and the audio perspective were two different things, because the audio was based on the audio was instead based on Noctis' perspective instead of the audio. Switching to something else because my usual weapon wasn't really working. There we go.
Bring on the next one.
That went pretty cleanly. Always with the coins. Alright. Oh, a shallot. I haven't cooked with shallots in ages.
It never ends.
Anyone feeling claustrophobic yet? Get used to it.
Prayers.
Pain Town! There we go. How you feeling?
What can I say?
We're so spread out despite being in the same fight. Oh yeah, this place I think was swarming with poison goblins last time. Seems to not be the case anymore. Now it's imps. The threat's completely... That was actually kind of startling. Stop that. Loud noises. Ah.
No big deal.
Gotcha. So that's how it's gonna be square, huh?
Yep.
Straight up jump scares. Although scare is an inaccurate thing to call it, because it's not scary. It's just very loud, very suddenly. Ah. It's not a good feeling. Is this going to be a dead end? It's a point of no return drop off, so naturally we're going to want to try the other side first. Which seems to also be devoid of anything interesting. Oh. Yep, the only item was at the bottom of the drop off. Go figure. Thieves' Way. What the heck's that? That actually sounds interesting. Accessory exclusively for Noctis. Reduces MP cost of phasing. Yes. Bangle, White Sage. Okay. Let's see, these ones are 115, 200. So Carbon's the weaker one. Let's make that Thieves' Way. Yeah. We have to press deeper. And deeper. And deeper. It's such an interesting aesthetic, this specific thing. Sort of... Oh, God.
Company from the rear.
It's not something I associate with Final Fantasy, which is kind of a stark difference. It's like, that's what a lot of this game is actually pretty good about, is just feeling different in a neat way. Final Fantasy 13 was pretty.
Let's go.
But it largely felt like what I expected Final Fantasy to look like after 10 and so on. It just looked better, obviously, from generation gaps. But this is aesthetically different in a lot of ways. Like, because the car commuting and stuff like that all looks pretty distinct. But then this in particular is like flashlight navigation of dark tombs and caves and so on. And a lot of games have flashlights in dark places, but this game really goes all in on having, like, seemingly everything in the distance. There's some, yeah, you can see out there, like, there's monsters way back there. Off in the distance, like, it's just black.
Where to now?
It just goes 100% black, which is kind of a big deal. Did I just unlock another magic flask? I did. Huh. So you just stock up on those. That's why I haven't been noticing that this thing's been getting bigger. It's rather unceremonious how it just kind of appears like that, seemingly out of nowhere. Leveled up again. Should I get the next? Let's see. Oh, there's a second direction now. So I go towards reducing the armature bar depletion. Apparently we just unlocked the the armature chain. Launch a full-scale attack with allies. Empties the armature bar. Boost damage done by armature chain. Seems like a decent idea. Question is, do I want to invest in armature now, or do I want? I feel like I want to save up, because these are all skills that make my various stats scale with my level. I already did defense. I would like to do strength and other stats, because that's what makes levels really matter, is having your stats actually scale with you properly. And those kinds of things can really help your character.
You think we can?
I mean, at this point, I would gain plus 40 of various stats if I upgraded them. Oh, Jesus Christ! Stop it! Why? I forgot. I got sidetracked just long enough to just completely forget that this place was even trying to be spooky. So I was completely caught off guard this time. Now you're just being dicks about it, you know that? There's so many of them everywhere. They are just everywhere. Well, they're more dead now. Hey, they're pretty much just going down right now, aren't they? Boop. 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 The warp strike unfortunately just doesn't quite always keep up with the damage. Get him out of the sky. Clear.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to use my armature there, actually. I just blow them away. Just because there were so many enemies just covering my screen, it felt like it would have been satisfying. Deeper we go. I wonder how far off we are. I have been enjoying this game a lot more than I thought I would based on the actual demo that featured, I think, this cave. I'm fairly convinced it was this cave. All these scripted sequences in particular, I think I remember all of these attempts at jump scares that had back at the time. And yeah, I came away from the Sky demo not super happy with 15. But I'm generally having an alright time.
Guys, wait! What was that sound?
Pronto!
What happened?
Hey, you alright?
Over here.
Seems like you fell down. So the Naga's gonna be there. That's interesting. The Naga was the prominent villain that shows up in the anime that shows their histories.
Okay?
No, I'm not okay! This place is literally the worst!
Now what are we fighting? And is Prompto there? There he is. I can warp in.
Why did it have to be a snake?
Hello, friends.
Thing dragged me all the way over. Ah!
He just made a Indiana Jones reference? Why'd it have to be snakes?
Just keep coming.
Then we keep sending them back.
Ow, ow, ow. Dick.
Oh, come on!
He was being rude. Prompto, where'd you go? I came here to help you. So in the anime prologue for this game, for those that haven't seen it,
Over here.
there's a specific chapter dedicated to what happened to not Prompto, Noctis' mom. Noctis' mom was killed one day by a giant Naga monster.
Everything okay?
And then the anime even ends with Noctis trying to have a big showdown against said Naga when it shows up again. It killed his mom when he was very young, like that little kid version of Noctis we see. That's the same appearance he has around the time that his mom gets killed by a Naga. So maybe this will be the same one. I don't remember whether or not the Naga actually dies in the anime or not.
Not good to throw daggers in the dark.
Be nice to brighten things up in here.
What was noteworthy is that the when it goes after his mom, his dad actually fends it off with his powers. He could whip out like a whole array of crazy swords and have them all fly around and attack all at once and stuff. Oh yeah, now that I'm seeing this room, absolutely, this is absolutely the episode to Sky cave. I recognize this exact chamber. So he could summon a bunch of swords and have them all float around, and that's actually been a plot point of his weakening state. Is that his father can no longer use that power anymore. He lost the ability to do to conjure weapons the way that we do, and so now Noctis is inheriting the power. And if what we were told is correct, he's presumably dead now. It's hard to take it completely for certain. It's hard to be completely certain because the other two people presumed that are announced as being dead from the attack on that whatever the place was called. Shit. The word for not being able to sleep. They have some really obnoxious names for some of these cities. It's hard to say if he's dead or not because the other two people are not dead. I'm not dead. Lunafreya's not dead, so that kills the absolute believability of the statement. But maybe we'll get a
On the right track.
maybe it'll turn out to be true. I haven't watched the movie yet. I've only watched the anime. There's a perhaps excessive amount of external viewing content to get the full context of the story of this game. I have mixed feelings about that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool to expand upon the story of something afterwards, but if it exists before the game comes out, I can't help but think that maybe it should just be in the game so everyone can see everything from everyone can be on the same page. Because yeah, if you guys are just watching this game, then you missed episode to Sky, which is more optional, non-canon, I suppose. But then there was another episode which I haven't played. I think it's called the Platinum Demo, which I think is unique content that's not in the game. Which is when that is a game in itself, some kind of standalone thing that I haven't touched. Then there's the anime, and then there's the movie. So there's the 3D animated movie that looks a lot like Advent Children and stuff like that, but obviously a bit more advanced over time. And then the anime is just a straight up anime that you can watch on YouTube for free, thankfully, which is why I have. Hello. So there's a crouching spot here. There's another spot over here too, though. Got ourselves another ancient dragon tooth. This one's not a crouching location. Well, I'll keep an eye out. Oh, looks like a dead end. Ah! The debased banknote. So that's just $1 then, basically. We just found some dollar. Like, oh, I got $1. But presumably it's one that's not acceptable or something. Slightly strange items to be picking up around here. So this is a dead end after all. Okay. So we're going through all this to find the third runestone.
Okay.
Yeah, that actually also fits the sky. There we go.
Watch where you swing that thing!
It's funny watching the experience tally when you only get like 6 points total for the fight. Just because the numbers move so slowly, because they always need to take up the same amount of time. It's just programmed that way. I imagine defeating something that gives you 2 experience, and it'd be like 1, 2.
Cool it.
He's getting emotional. Just went from 0 to screaming very abruptly. Show yourself already! Come out, you coward! Well, this looks like a boss chamber. Is it a boss chamber? Maybe not. It's a big chamber is what it is. Oop. Running into my friends. Okay, what's over here? Does this lead exactly where we need to go? Nope, this is the locked door. So these are just everywhere, huh? Huh. Yeah, I guess I'll have to revisit all of these dungeons later.
The key question is, where do we look?
I don't look forward to that. It seems that at some later part of the game I'll be expected, I don't know if it'll be optional content or the main story, but it seems like I'll be expected to go into the previous dungeons I already cleared and then get all the way to the end of them again.
I told you! There she is! That's her! Do something, not!
Don't ask me, do it yourself.
Well.
No slacking.
I don't think... Seems like she was going to attack either way. So that is not what the Naga looked like in the anime. They had a full female body and everything, so I don't think this is the same thing. But I've got to fight it. Either way. Choop. Oh, it's weak against this type of sword, huh? Convenient. Head strike. How do you attack this from behind? How do you even tell what direction to go for? Yay! I guess it won't matter because it's about to go down in a second. Those team strikes really destroy. I didn't get my blind, but I got my parry. A dingo ate my baby.
What was she talking about?
Beats me.
That's the last runestone.
Finally.
All right, you're up, Noct.
This is it. The power of the storm.
I expected more fire and brimstone.
Some gods are friendlier than others, I guess.
But not all of them. Poor Luna.
Perhaps you'd better console her in person.
Just a boat ride away.
Lose that scowl along the way.
Will do.
Noctis acquired the Mark of the Fulgurian, symbol of Ramuh's favor. That's another dungeon clear. Oh. There's a close-up. That's really detailed, actually.
Huh.
Without the weird hair filter that everyone always has, too. Those pre-rendered videos always have better hair than the rest of the game does.
Come on, pick up.
Hey, it stopped raining. No luck?
Guess Ramuh finally got sick of showers. Probably got her phone on silent. Up there! It's huge!
Way bigger than the last one we saw.
Yeah?
Hey, Highness. About your car.
Yeah?
Well, I found her, but she's out of base.
Oh.
Now, I can handle garage folk, no problem. But sweet talking the Empire? That'll take some doing.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah?
We'll figure it out.
You sure about that?
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. Later.
Who was that?
Cindy.
What? You can't talk to her like that.
Yeah, I can. I just did.
And did she have any choice words for you?
Yeah, the Regalia's at an Imperial base.
Oh boy.
Guess that just leaves one question.
When do we retrieve her?
I'd say now.
Exactly. If they went and captured the Regalia, we're gonna liberate the shit out of it. A new practical drill on the Royal Arms has been added. Oh. So I can do a tutorial for the Royal Arms.
This is nothing more than conjecture, but I suspect that ship was due to arrive far earlier. The thunder and lightning must have slowed it down. There's a chance they intend to transport the Regalia back to Niflheim.
We ought to thank the Thunder God for buying us some time.
But that time is running out.
Yeah, let's run in and ride off.
So is the Regalia an especially unique vehicle? If they're going to such great lengths to try to kidnap it, more or less? Because the cars are definitely not unique. Cars are everywhere.
Oh man, that was my first time flying on a ship like that.
One more item to cross off the bucket list.
Yeah, I don't know what our car does particularly special. It's nice. It has a folding roof, and it hasn't broken down. Oh, wait, it has broken down that one time in the intro. Or were we? I think we were out of gas that time. I don't think it needed a... No, I think it actually was broken, wasn't it? Didn't Cindy have to work on it? Yeah, so never mind. It totally has broken down. So it's a nice looking car that breaks down sometimes. So, yeah. I don't know why they want it so bad. Guess we'll find out.